want.
Except...
way to stay longer.
Yeah, right?
Oh, have you seen our remote? I can put the tournament in slow motion mode for you guys.
How's your wings? Even better in slow motion.
Head to the official hangout of March Madness. Buffalo Wild Wings. Wings Beer Sports.
It is 7:48, 98.7 WFGR. Andy O and Dave Cackley, along with Scott Winters, in here today, celebrating the life of Rick Beckett, which came to a tragic end 4 years ago today.
Yep.
Unbelievable.
I know. It's still hard to believe it's been 4 years. Seems like just yesterday.
And I got to be honest, when we played the first bit there, hearing his voice again,
right.
That's a little weird.
Kind of creepy, isn't it?
It's a little strange. I mean, it's not that it's a bad kind of strange.
No.
It's just odd to think, wow, I haven't heard that voice in so long. We finally got to it. This is your old friend Janos, everybody's old friend Janos. Remember his, we did a party for him.
Oh, yeah. To try
out
to
at
find
Jose's.
Date Janos, I think, or something, yeah.
I found a date that night.
Oh, did you?
And what I remember of it, after my last call, I ordered 3 shots and 6 Michelob Dries for
Did
last
she look
call.
any better?
No. But all I remember going back to my mom and dad's house because I still lived at home. I'm on my way back to my mom and dad's house after the Janos party, and I drove off the road once, and then I wake up in the morning with this chick in my mom's basement. And I'm thinking to myself, what in the hell went on last night? And why didn't I get caught? I should have been out of the... But this is Janos, everybody's old friend, and this is about his parakeet.
Yes.
I think.
Oh, God.
Are you kidding me?
You had it.
I mean, it's playing.
Do you not have the right thing potted
No,
up?
I got the right thing potted up. Are you kidding me? All right. Hang on a
the
second.
fun of technical glitch.
There you go.
How are you? Yes.
What's up, man?
Nothing. I had a bad weekend.
Tell me quickly. Go.
Yesterday morning, I ran out of heating fuel, you know. And I called fuel company.
Yeah.
They told me that they can do nothing till Monday morning. Right? I didn't know what to do, so okay. And it got cold in there fast, you know. So I went to neighbors, and they let me borrow one of these kerosene heaters, you know.
Yeah.
So I brought that home, and I started that up, and it was good. I was watching TV, and a parakeet. Moose is his name.
What's his name?
Moose.
Moose.
Right. And I don't keep him tied down, you know. I leave his door open on cage.
Right.
Because he likes to fly around once in a while, you know.
Yeah, don't we all?
Right. And I'm watching TV, and his moose starts flying around the room, and of all places, idiot lands on top of this kerosene heater. And his feet got stuck on it, and he started screaming, and his feet are smoking. And I got up and grabbed him and pulled him off this thing. And I could see his feet were bad, you know. Burned up, right? So I called this animal doctor in Hastings. He was there. He said, bring him in right away.
Bring the moose on over.
Right. So I put him in a paper bag, and I put on my coat and my shoes and locked the door, and I grabbed the bag, and I raced like hell to Hastings.
Right.
And I got to the animal doctor, and I gave him the bag. I said, here, you know, see what you can do. He looked in the bag, and he said, what the hell is this? I said, what? I told you what happened. And he gave me the bag. I looked in, and it was empty beer can and pack of cigarettes.
Pick up the wrong bag.
I hit right. I raced like hell home, and on the kitchen table there was the bag with moose in it.
You see he was still in there?
He was, yeah, but he was on his back with burned up feet in air. It was too late.
Is he gone?
Yes, I lost him.
That's very sad.
Right, now
You gonna get another one?
yes, I replaced him. He was a good bird, you know. He talked, he bite on your ear and fly around and
His
stuff.
hair got burned off and his feet were smoked, right?
His feet were smoking on the sting. I had to run around the coffee table to grab hold of him, and he was hurt bad. I tried to help him, but I screwed up.
Yeah.
I had to clean my kitchen table. I have too many paper bags on it.
Yeah.
I feel bad.
Be more careful with this new bird. Did you get a new one?
No, not yet. This just happened yesterday.
Are you gonna get one though?
I after work, I go look for one.
Do
Yeah,
you have another name picked out?
Moose 2.
Moose 2.
Right. Like movie, Rocky 1, Rocky 2.
I hear you.
Right.
Well, all right, Janos. Well, thanks for checking in. You're fascinating as always.
Well, I say hello to Jay and Darla.
Will do.
Say goodbye to Moose.
Yeah. Okay. Bye.
I see you.
Oh, my
One of the
God.
classics.
That was a classic. No doubt about it.
Yeah.
So let me ask you, do you ever miss this?
Oh, yeah.
Do
Miss
you?
it every day. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, and with one of the biggest things that Rick always was worried about is he didn't want people to forget him. He
Right.
always, I mean, that was one of his biggest fears was that when he was gone or once we were out of radio, people were going to forget who he was.
I think about that, too.
Well, I know,
And I tell
think-
people that, you know?
I think we all do. But there is not a day that goes by that someone doesn't ask me about radio or about Rick. I
Yep.
mean, it's just even now, 4 years later, I mean, it's still every day. If I'm out in the public, someone comes up and asks about it.
Yeah, and that's a good feeling.
Yeah, well, yeah. But I mean, it's just no one's going to forget about Rick. I mean, it's just, I mean, that's just.
And I'll tell you something else, too, from an insider's radio perspective. For as much as people on the radio like to say, oh, they bothered me at the store, and this guy came up and talked to me, and blah, 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 every one of us loves it.
Sure.
Oh, yeah.
Sure. I always tell people if you see me out somewhere, come up and
Say hi. That's what this job's all about.
Don't camp. I've had it before where people have camped out at my table with a date while I'm on a date, but but no, come up and say hi. I mean, we love to sit and talk and tell some of the old stories and that type of stuff.
Well, I found one more of the old days here.
Okay.
This was hitting bugs with a windshield. You want to set this one up a little bit?
I'm not really sure what I remember what this is. So
No?
yeah, give it a listen.
Well, let me make sure we have the right buttons on, because the highbrow equipment they've
Are you
given
checked
us.
out on that equipment?
Yeah, exactly. No, I'm not. I'll go home. Thank you.
Tuesday morning, Rick and Scott ask for listener stories about things they've smashed into with their cars.
I got a story about hitting something.
Tell us.
Down in Florida, driving from Tampa to Disney World early in the morning, driving along, and all of a sudden you hear this little spattering on the windshield, and then the whole windshield just turned green.
Ew.
Into like a swarm of bugs.
Oh.
Oh, it was gross. You put the windshield wipers on, and it
Smears.
just smears it all.
That's when you're looking for a car wash. It's
It was gross, and we had nothing really in the car that we could use to clean. I had ended up using the rental car agreement to get out.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Rick Beckett, Scott Winners,
Oh,
It was
my
fun handing that
God.
back in.
Hometown Heroes. More
Hometown Heroes.
Oh, man.
GRD.
Can we steal that?
You go right ahead. I think it's available
Let's just
now.
rerun all this old stuff.
Here's the other thing that we use, and program directors hated us for this. We had remember the Talking Magic 8-Ball?
Yeah.
The Talking Magic 8-Ball was a for sure bit that we could do, and the phones would just light up and go crazy. It was the stupid toy that Tyco, I think, sent to us on a promotional thing, and people would call in and ask questions of the Talking Magic 8-Ball,
Yeah.
and we'd do that about once a month. And like I say, the program directors just hated that bit. They didn't like that it worked as well as it did.
Yeah,
and,
right.
and I guess I was a little amazed myself that people were that into calling to talk to a toy to give its answers on its life, problems.
We all know, first and foremost, program directors.
Yeah. Well, that's one thing I wanted to ask you about. How was Rick's relationship with management?
Oh!
What was that?
Oh, there were several times that we, we did several suspensions. There were fines here and there.
A couple of chairs thrown.
The interesting relationship. Yeah.
Yeah.
We had the first guy that put me on the radio, his name was Jim Owen. Gave me my first weekend overnight and all that kind of stuff. The tension between Rick and Jim at points. You remember?
Oh,
you were there. We
I
were
was
both there
there.
at the same time.
Yep.
But at one point, Jim had thrown a chair at Rick. They were arguing about something, and from that day forward, there was always an uncomfortable,
But see, that was
uneasy feeling.
once again going back, and this was 20 years ago.
Yeah.
Things like that happened a lot back
Right.
then.
Yeah.
People would get punched or pushed into a wall. I mean, nowadays there'd be a lawsuit, but back then things just, I mean, that's the way you kind of got out your aggression.
Everybody got along,
Everybody,
right?
Yeah.
So you're off. You've got TVA to go take care of today.
Tend to,
Right.
yes.
Well, I appreciate you coming in, man.
Yep.
Nice way to celebrate the day. I didn't want to get all down and in the dumps and all that kind of stuff.
No, because Rick wouldn't want that either.
No, he wouldn't want that at all. But to be forgotten, certainly not going to happen on our watch.
No, and I'll post a couple of bits once I get home later this evening. I got some things to do right after work, so it'll probably be 7, 8 o'clock. But I'll post a couple of more clips on my Facebook page, too. So just look up Scott Winters on Facebook, and you'll find it.
Good to see you, my friend.
All right, we'll do it again soon.
Yes, we will. Good to see you, Scott. Satisfaction, the Stones at 7:58. Our thanks going out to Scott for coming in today. 98.7 WFGR.